Welcome back to the channel. My name is George. I go by Jay the Cyborg, and I do reviews on products for men, and we'll do other things here soon. Please subscribe if you like this video. Don't forget to show some support there. Today we're going to be talking about a whole line of products, not just one, so it's going to be a very special video today, a very special review, and it's actually going to be with Con Moto Pomade. I might say Con Moto, you might say Con Moto, but to each their own. I believe that's Italian for with movement. The way I see their theme is just like, hey, let's get you out the door. Let's get you looking good. Let's get you that confidence to be able to go out there and hustle. That's the way I see it. Now, it is an Italian name, but they are from Canada. And right off the bat, I mean, look how cool this engraving is. Like, this is a box with like an engraving on it. It's like the attention to details that they had to be able to send this out, and thank you again for sending this out. They were nice enough to send this out. The first thing I can think of right off the bat is across the board, their design is just really impressive. Whoever they paid, whatever designer they hired, or if they did it themselves, is amazing. In other words, it was money well spent. Now, I haven't taken any sort of like classes. I'm not a designer by any means, but I can appreciate a good design when it comes to these products. Just the same way I'm not a barber, but I can see a good haircut from a mile away, right? So, and I can appreciate that. But their design here, it looks like it looks like an alebrije on here, which is common in Mexican culture, but that's the first thing I can think of. It could be something completely different, but I just nonetheless, I think it looks amazing. I think it looks great, and this is the type of product that I like to show off, right? This doesn't go in the cabinet, and I mean in the drawers, right? This doesn't go just down into the bottom of the drawer. This will stay out and visibly, so it's almost like a part of the decoration. Like, hey, it's a statement of what products I'm using. I cannot say that enough how amazing the design is, and I'm a huge fan of how this looks like. Also with the matte or satin container, it's just a great touch. Everything looks very good. If you notice between them, they all have the same similar sticker or design, but they are slightly different color palettes when it comes to differentiating between them. And at the end of the day, it really gives you that expensive feel. It gives you that craftsman type vibe is the best way I can put it. It feels like you're getting something for your money. A quality, tangible item that you can feel and really enjoy the experience rather than just it being in a container and just being a means to an end. Now that takes us into our first product. It's going to be the original pomade. As I mentioned, it feels expensive, it looks expensive, and it is expensive. It starts at about $27. Now, I would never tell you to buy a product just on the looks themselves. A lot of times that can be deceiving, but in this case, it's not just looks. The product, in this case, it's a gel type pomade, which with gel types, to be honest, it's really tough to mess it up. I've seen some, however, that have been messed up. And on the other hand, it's really tough to make something extraordinary. Now, is this the product that breaks either of those spectrums? No, I don't think so. I think it still falls within the average range. However, within that, it would be what I would consider above average or on the higher end of these products. It's nothing that I would say I have never used before. I've never tried any product like this, but I would say for what it is, a gel type, it is better than your standard pomade. One of the things that all these pomades will have creatine and biotin, which those are ingredients or vitamins that are known to be good for your hair and known to be also, if you're deficient in any of these, usually you have thinning hair or bad fingernails, for example. Those are all things that use this vitamin. So by having greater ingredients, it can encourage and promote better health for your hair, not just necessarily a good styling. And the other part that captured my eye is that when you apply this product, it's easy. It washes off easily, just like as you would expect. However, the pliability of it, in other words, can you run your hands through your hair? You can a little bit. It's not like it gives you helmet hair. It's not like your standard like suavecito firmes, for example, of this market, where it will simply just give you a perfect hair, but it's all like a helmet. It'll just crunch when you move it, or if you run, you can almost break it in half in some situations. This is not necessarily going to do that to you. Now, it is going to harden. It's not necessarily something that I can compare to an oil-based or any of the unorthodox type pomades where they give you more pliability. But for what it is, a gel type, it's on the top 3 that I've used that give you this kind of pliability and allow you to not have helmet hair for the whole day. It also comes with a high hold, what I would consider, depending on how much you apply, and also a pretty decent shine at about being a medium on there. Of course, throughout the day, it does lessen and it does become a little bit more natural, but as the day goes on, it actually makes it easier to run your hands through your hair as well. So there's pros on both ends. Now, at the end of the day, will it be enough or sufficient for you to pay the $27 premium, which is more than your standard gel type pomade? That is going to be a question that only you can answer. Some of you might think about it and say, well, I'd rather just put the straight chemical pomade that's out there. I don't care about necessarily the ingredients, and you might be happy with that. Others, that might have thinning hair and might actually look at it, might want to do all they can to preserve what they have. That is something that, the way I see it, can't hurt. The next product is going to be the Cream Pomade. The Cream Pomade is the one that I've actually used a little bit more. I find it that it's a lot more pliable. It's, of course, still easy to apply, and as you can imagine, as the name says, it's very creamy. I do find myself liking this product. It does have a medium hold, and the shine is a little bit more natural, but it is a solid, it's a pretty decent shine. It's a lot more natural, but it's nothing is matte or with no shine. This does have a decent amount of shine where it shows that you have some product in your hair, and with applying it, usually with dry hair, it's really enjoyable. It's so easy to apply, and it washes off real easily as well. If you are thinking about moving away from your normal gels or gel type pomades, then this is the type of product you would want to step up to, which is a cream pomade, which usually is going to give you more shine and a little bit more natural, a little bit more of a natural hairstyle when you're running your hands through your hair. The paste is the next product. Now, the paste is very similar to the cream pomade. I would say that if you have a little bit thinner hair or a little bit more straight type of hair, this would work maybe a little bit better because it gives you a little bit more texture that people like myself, when we have a, like very curly hair, it's tough to sometimes apply these dry products because you will find yourself with more texture than you really want because your hair is just naturally that way. So if you have thinner hair where you're actually wanting some texture, or if you're straight, your hair is a little bit straight or runs a little flat, then something like the paste will really work. But overall, to be honest, I didn't really see too much of difference in performances when I used them like a week apart, right? It does give you a little bit more strength on that, a little bit more wear throughout the day, so I didn't mind this. I really like this as well, but it's something that I had to compare them closer to try to see the differences, which I could tell there is a difference within it, but it works very similar, so you can't really go wrong with either. If you're looking for a higher hold, I would go with the paste. If you're not looking at so high of a hold and a little bit easier to convenience to apply, then I would go with the cream. Now, last but not least, we're going to be talking about the Clay Pomade. I did save the best for last, actually. This is the one that really impressed me, and it was something that I feel like was really, really well done across the board. There's really no complaints I can come up with this or anything negative. This is truly 100% something that I would recommend, even at the price point that it is. And I'll tell you why. So with the Clay Pomade, this did have a little bit of a tougher application. I did find that for me, and you would want to check for yourself, I found it that it's easier to apply after I take a shower. It does have a little bit of tug and pull, but nothing I would really complain about. And right away, you get immediate control. And the control is what tells your hair what to do, right? Sometimes you apply a product, you have to keep applying it and keep piling it on so that your hair is like, oh, I shouldn't stand up straight, I should comb this way, right? And usually that's my situation here. But with this, I just genuinely kind of make sure that it's in my hair, really emulsify it, kind of heat it up really well. And then once I start applying it, my hair just like immediately obeys. The control on this is amazing, which is something that you would expect with these type of pomades, or clays I should say. The performance on this becomes very natural. Of course you wouldn't expect any hardening from this type of product, but just to clarify for those of you that haven't tried anything but gels, that's the benefit of not having a straight up water gel type pomade, is that your hair will be exactly how mine looks in a sense, because this is the product that I have on right now. As you can tell, I can move my hair wherever it is. It really gives me a decent amount of hold, and I can get, it could be an hours down the line and I can still get more volume out of it, and my hair will like obey no matter what. Sure, you might lose some of the performance. It won't be 100% you know, all day, but I feel for the most part, for what I need it for to do, to go, you know, if you're gonna go out to work, come back, your hair is gonna look like this for the most part, and you're gonna be able to run your hands through your hair and not feel a lot of product. It's gonna feel really smooth and soft depending again on how much you apply. If you're gonna try any of these, if you're gonna give any one of these a chance, I would say the Clay Pomade is a great spot to try. If you're looking for a low shine, more natural, if you could tell, my hair still has some character in there. There's still some shine on there because what I did is I did over apply today. With that said, I haven't talked about the scents, if you noticed that. I wanted to save it for last because the last part on it is the scent. They all basically have the same scent. On all the other ones except for the clay, they're all very loud and kind of out there. It's a very smoky scent. That's the best way I can describe it. It's very smoky, it's in your face, but it complements cologne. It's very manly. I really like it, but sometimes it can be a little too much. However, with the clay, another reason why I feel like I can't complain about anything is because with the clay, it's very subtle. It smells just like clay, but when you're applying it in your hair, and then your next thing you know is you kind of dig out the aroma, and the smokiness is there. Very mysterious almost, it's very subtle, and it makes you want more of it, rather than just kind of saying, okay, I had enough of that. Rate it in general a 7, and if you like that, then great. I feel like this is a very manly set that you might enjoy, but if you're very sensitive, then some of these, except for the clay, are very kind of bold and out there. Overall, the whole line of products really come out with a very detail-oriented, very high-quality ingredient product that is going to give you not only the experience of something high-end or something more craftsman, but also a great performance that comes along with the look and the feel of these products. They do come at a premium, like I said, at about $27. I believe if you buy a couple of these, you might be able to qualify for some free shipping. You would want to double check on their website to see where you live. They do ship internationally. This is a lot of things that I wanted to go over, so if I missed anything, please leave a comment down below and ask me, or even better, check my Instagram out at jthecyborg, where a lot of you guys will end up DMing me, right, and asking me about questions about hair, and I really try to answer, and I definitely answer all of you guys, so I really appreciate all your support and everyone on there. Please check me out, and like I mentioned, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I really appreciate all your support, and again, surpassing the 2,000 subscriber mark, that's hopefully at the start of things to come. Link, like always, is in the description. Please subscribe, like the video, it'll help me out. And also, I'm going to be revamping my website, so expect some new reviews on there back again, so check that out. There's a lot of exciting things to come. I have a lot of cool new reviews and, you know, maybe other types of videos that are coming your way. Again, I really appreciate it, and I will be seeing you guys soon. Thank you again.